We're going to customize everything we do around you. When you come in, you need to feel different. You need to feel special and know that your time is respected and that we want you to be successful.
We make the client the most important thing.
I've given you an option of uploading as well. Yeah. So it's easier to upload. I can get everything on one platform.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Just one page, right?
Yeah. And the deadline I've extended by 2 days to the
I'll just send it out.
to Tuesday, because you guys are coming back from your study.
Can I just ask what the breakdown of the grading, so like how much of a percent of the overall grade is the business?
It's online.
I couldn't see it when I had to look at
Yeah.
not unless I'm being online. Has anyone else seen it?
You got it?
What is the deadline for the final report of business plan?
It's
Annual
on,
report.
it's
17 and
it's on April 80.
18. Okay. Thank you.
You got it? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Very good evening, everyone. So, you might have heard about the presentation earlier, but I will just give you a brief idea on about everything, so that you will just refresh everything on the idea. So, worried about data usage? It might be confusing, like how much data you are using while roaming, how much data you are using every month, every day. It might be confusing. So, where does this go, the data? Like it might be used by some applications, it might be updated with the Windows, something. Like you might be worried about the data, how much you use during the roaming facility or when you're traveling. You might be worried. So to solve your ideas, so to solve your data problems, we introduce Wi-Fi hands. Pull up your chair, take a taste, and come join us. Sharing is so endlessly delicious. So what is our solution? A web platform where users can rent out Wi-Fi to guests. It's same like Airbnb business, where Airbnb, Uber, all these companies where sharing is the main aspect. We don't need to own all the time. We can share whatever we have to others. So this helps us to save money, make money, and share to tell. You might be sharing some kids for their education, for learning some good videos and others from Mehmet's phone, or you might be giving some data to develop a new business strategy. So you can tell that I share to the community, to the economy, to growth, everything. So about us, Wi-Fi Hands is a web-based peer-to-peer internet access platform where you can share your internet. So this allows individuals and small businesses to safely rent out their Wi-Fi, whatever they already have. Almost 70% of the bandwidth people have for their broadband or the internet connection at home is not used. So we can utilize that Wi-Fi for people who need it. So opens up the unavailable hotspots and turning the whole world into a potential Wi-Fi zone. So earn money by sharing too. So why is this a good idea? Most hotspots are used only few hours daily. Maybe you have an unlimited connection at your home. You might be using from morning 6 to 8 and you come to class. and for the whole day you are not using it till 5:30, and after night you might be using till 12 o'clock, and what about the other time? It's not used. So when you have this sharing facility, you can use the maximum out of the bandwidth the provider gives you. So Wi-Fi hands, you can use the unused bandwidth which is become idle, and we can make use of the idle data you already have it with you. So Wi-Fi hands is completely web-based. There's no hardware needed, no software or no router, so any additional contracts you had to sign for joining the team. So this is a viral, creating the opportunity to afford internet access while you're roaming or while you're traveling. So what are the great features we offer? We offer security for the people who provide the internet and for the people who takes the internet. So we use an encryption facility, like whenever you share your data won't be available for the guest who is joining to the router. And we give 24/7 services. You can earn money out of whatever data you are sharing. Infographics where how much data you are sharing. You can know whatever data you are sharing, how much money you can earn from it, and the notifications if your data is getting lost or getting exhausted, and the location service, which Wi-Fi hotspot is next to you. Actually this idea was implemented earlier, but I was not thinking about the facility that if you are not connected to internet, you won't be able to get the location. From Mehmet's earlier question, I got a solution that all the maps will be downloaded to your phone when it's connected. So you don't need to worry where the hotspot is. So it can be get from the mobile application itself. So market validation. Right now, I am implementing the same the Wi-Fi hands in France. Talking about the France, like we have household Wi-Fi connection in France, like 21 million, and almost out of the whole population, 85% of the population is using the internet. So the market size, total worldwide internet users is 3.4 billion plus, and our total serviceable market in France is 56 million plus. So how it works? You just need to sign up, then you just need you'll get a credential to log into your Wi-Fi. You can just save your credential in your laptop or your mobile, and you can just forget about everything. Stay connected. Your business model. So I'm taking the out of the available market, that is 56 million. I'm taking 15% average market. I'm not taking the 100%. As I'm just a startup company, I might be able to get into 15% of the available market, which is 8.4 million plus. So what our service cost is 4.99 euro every month. So what you will get from 4.99 euros? You will get 50 GB of internet data usage wherever you go, and 2 devices. You can connect up to 2 devices for 1 credential. And we take 10% commission out of the product, out of 4.99, which is 0.499 will be our commission. And our total revenue will be of 8.4 million, our revenue will be 4.1 million. So how we will adopt this technology to the French customers? So we have many events in France. That's a really good thing for to the France. Like almost 10 to 12 million people are coming there for the event as spectators. So if we are able to host hotspots freely during the event, we will be able to penetrate to 10 to 12 million people on stretch. And there are other events, like many events and social media. That's another option where we can penetrate to the people. And partnership. We will partner with the local ISPs where they might be trying to enter the market where the large ISP will not be allowing them. So they will be interested in our product. So the restaurants, cafes, where they already have the Wi-Fi, they will be able to share it and get more customers to the cafes. They don't need to pay for anything. So the team, myself, I'll be handling the business development and the brand. I'm a design consultant. I already work as a design consultant and an IT engineer as background, and I'm doing my international MBA. So there will be 2 people in my team, 1 designer, IT engineer, and 1 requirement analyst and network security specialist, who was my colleagues in India. So I'll be working with them. If I can allocate the work to India, I don't need to pay much for the salary aspect. So my business plan structure: web-based platform and mobile application. Our strategy will be the market differentiator because we don't have any other facilities in France as of now. So our advertisement, word of mouth, social media and events. And the management will be, we have to manage the traffic, how much traffic is being entered into single routers and how much traffic is being managed every day. And we need to take care of the security also. So traveling customers are our main targets. Then people who want high speed connection for a short time, that's also another customer profile rather than the traveling customers. Maybe you might have an internet connection already, maybe in ESEC you might have the Wi-Fi connection or the mobile connection. Sometimes the data network won't be working, so you just need to connect to the internet. It's rather better to connect it to the wired connection, which is Wi-Fi, rather than the mobile connection where you won't get the range. If you're going to antique cafes, you might have realized that you won't get the data access inside the cafes. So it's better to connect it to the Wi-Fi. So I didn't say how much you can earn by sharing. Like we give for 1 GB 0.08 cents per 1 GB. Like if you share, like on an average day, if you have a good Wi-Fi speed, you can at least share 100 GB or 50 GB a minimum. So on a daily basis, if you have a good traffic in your router, you can earn up to like €8 on a monthly basis. It's a good amount where you don't need to pay much for the ISP for that. So our business model, we are looking for 24 months financing to reach 100,000 signups. So we are looking for an angel investment of 250K, and for the 100K sign up, we'll get 10% commission, and which will lead to 1.1 million revenue in France projected for 2020, which is every month we are getting 10% of the whole 100,000 signups for 1 year and 2 years. And we don't need to give the whole amount back to the people who provide the internet, because everyone will not be using 50 GB internet. There will be excess amount. This amount is the lowest amount which I calculated. It will be more than that for sure. For the timeline, we are born, development, growth and data analyzing, and the growth. And this is the business plan which I have already discussed. And our future growth to the whole Europe first, then worldwide. That's the plan. Thank you.
I didn't exactly understand your revenue model at the 4.8 euros.
Mm-hmm.
How it works, to whom you give it and 10% of
Okay. Okay. For getting our product, you need to sign up, and for the every month you need to pay 4.99 as a monthly subscription. That's a monthly subscription you need to pay, and when you pay that 4.99 euros, you will get 50 GB of internet access for 2 devices. You won't get for more devices. You will get for 1 mobile or 1 laptop. Most of them will have more than 2 devices, but still we are giving 2 devices as a complimentary instead of 1. And what we are getting is 10% commission, which is 0.499. So
that
if
goes to the operators?
no, 0.49 goes to us.
No, but there is
Other amount will be going to the people who shares the internet, which gives like 0.08 cents per GB. That goes back to the people who share the internet. But like people will get it, but no one uses 50 GB fully. Maybe sometimes some people will use more than that. Like people who like Nishan, or like people who uses more data will be using more than 50 GB maybe in a week. So for them, they need to recharge it again.
then those who don't use 50 GB, which is the majority.
Yeah, which is a majority. We'll get that extra amount into our.
Don't they find something using expensive? 4.4.
Rather than comparing to the roaming charges you pay and the inavailability of Wi-Fi service, they won't consider 4.99 as a big amount, where you will get 2 devices. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I will wait for Wi-Fi, maybe some people will be willing to share their mobile data as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can share your mobile Wi-Fi or the wired Wi-Fi, but we prefer to share the wired Wi-Fi because they'll
It
have
might
more.
be really expensive for mobile data. For example, I have 20 gigabytes, but each month I use just 3-4 gigabytes. For the rest, I would be sharing the rest of the like 16, 17.
Because when I
gigabytes.
check, there are some countries where there is no law in sharing the mobile internet, but there are some countries where you can't share your mobile data. There's some
I think the data has to do with the service provider.
sublending
Sorry?
for the
The
ISPs
service
is
providers.
possible.
Yeah, but still I can share my
For data.
data, but via hotspot. So
You can share your data from mobile, but most of the telecom providers won't allow that for sublending the service which you are given. You might be taking the services for. I have a free SIM which costs 2.99 euros every month. I have 50 GB internet connection. So in that case, free provider is giving me a 17 euro discount for that connection. So if I'm sublending it for 5, I'll earn more than that, right? So they won't allow. But for the ISPs, the law doesn't have any issues like sublending.
Right, let me understand something. Okay? You're saying that you have a SIM of 2.5 euros. You're paying how much?
2.99.
2.99 for 50 GB.
Yes.
Okay, so what makes a user like me don't go to free to pay 2.99 to get a 50 GB and come to you to get the same 50 GB for 4 euros?
You can't put a SIM inside your laptop, right?
No, I can't.
So that makes it, and you won't get internet access everywhere. But with the mobile, like if you have a free SIM, you'll know. Like whenever you travel, you won't get the enough network coverage with your free SIM. That's the main disadvantage of
So
free
it's a more reliable network. So
Yes,
that's why you
that's
pay
why we-
more for it.
We share the internet of the Wi-Fi, wired Wi-Fi, which comes to your home, which have
More power.
better bandwidth compared to the mobile.
It's not true because my telephone sometimes is faster than Wi-Fi, especially in ESA.
It might be the case of ESEC because
No,
they are sharing a lot
Even
traffic.
at home sometimes my my telephone is faster than
When I check the average bandwidth of France, it's like 34 Mbps, but compared to the mobile, it's like 11, 12, it depends. It's comparatively low, and there's an option we can share the mobile hotspot also. But right now, we are focusing on the wired home connection, where the speed is much reliable, and we can also focus on that right now. Because like the other hotspots are moving, the mobile hotspots. So if Mehmet is sharing the internet and we don't know where exactly Mehmet is, so he might be sharing, and one person is connected to the Mehmet's Wi-Fi, and he just moved like 10 meters away, the one connection will be lost. So he has to reconnect it again and again. That doesn't affect with the normal one.
I have seen 4.99.
See, this is what I wanted to say. There is like a balance that you need to do. I mean, 4.99 is relatively high compared to some service providers that they are allowing.
He
And
does telephony as well.
yeah, and the other point is that look at it from the user perspective. I would say on average the internet package is 20 or 50 GB. Let's take 50 GB, okay? And let's not think about how much did you pay for it. But let's say I would share my 50 GB, okay, on the app. 0.08 multiplied by 50 is €2 per month.
No, for the wired connections, you don't have a limit of 50 GB. Here, whichever I have shown is unlimited internet.
Ah, okay, it's
Or
specifically.
the 50 GB is only for the telecom providers which Mehmet have just mentioned.
Okay,
For the SIM, there's a limit, and
Yeah.
for the wired connection, there's no limit in France.
so you can sell as much as you can.
Yes.
Because I think like there is a certain limit where it's not worth it. Like if I share 50 GB only, it's going to be €2. Like
It will
I
be
would
the-
not go for a hassle for
For sure.
so it has to be like at least 100, 200 GB
Mhm.
so that it can be like
You'll get a break even.
interesting financially to get like €10 or something a month.
It's like you just need 20 euros for getting an internet connection at home. So if you can share like 200 GB every month, you don't need to pay anything extra for your use.
Exactly.
That's the main concept about this.
So the optimum point is like 200 GB.
Yeah, for everyone it will be 200 GB. So if you share more than 200, and this is an added advantage. Anyway, you're paying 200. this is for something you are getting extra.
Yeah.
So you don't need to consider something like, I'm not getting any profit. Something is better than nothing.
Of course.
That's why we have mentioned especially like this for the extra cup of tea. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Is Srivardan here? No. Okay, who's going next?
Just 5 minutes break.
Sorry?
5 minute break.
You want a 5 minute break?
5 minutes.
Because we need to finish.
Okay. I just.
25 മിനിറ്റ്